Hey, Francesca Jeanette here, lifestyle, fashion, beauty, new home build journey, and now house to home vlogger. Today I'm bringing another sponsorship to you guys. This time I'm partnering with Touchstone Home Products. Touchstone Products specializes in TV lift cabinets, motorized TV lifts, and electric fireplaces. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I install the actual product that I received, which is the Sideline Infinity 60-inch, 3-sided recessed smart electric fireplace. I'm so excited because I've seen so many pictures of this fireplace, and this will be my first big project where I actually am doing a lot of cutting with wood, 2x4s. The electric fireplace is my first time installing an electric fireplace, so I'm kind of nervous, but I'm kind of excited because it's going to be yet another thing that I can add to my resume of DIY. So Touchstone, thank you so much for partnering with me and sending me this amazing fireplace. I'm so excited to see how it works and get it started and jazz it up with all the stones and wood that it comes with. So once I open the box, I'm going to show you all the actual product, and then I'll show you some clips here and there of the actual install and the finished product. So stay tuned. Okay, y'all, so it's out of the box. All that I saw in there was a power cord, so I'm assuming everything else is inside. So I'll go over the contents, but I'm gonna go ahead and open this up so you at least can see the fireplace itself. Okay, you guys, so it looks like it's out, and it appears that all of the pieces are inside this box right here. So again, this is a 60-inch, and I believe from wall to wall it's about 70. So that gives us about 5 inches on each side to play with. But I actually think we have less than that because I'm gonna have to measure it with measuring tape, because I think our wall is either less than 70 or the fireplace is actually longer than 60. We'll have to see. See what we got here. So we have some sticky foam, not sure what that's for. We have a little fireplace backdrop here. So I'm assuming this will go in the bottom of the fireplace just as like a little backdrop. So I'll put that to the side, and then more trash, and a bunch of little boxes. So let's open these up. Okay, so it looks like we have an assortment of stones we can use. It looks like we got some clear ones. 5 of these large clear ones that you can kind of mix and match in there. Some black onyx stones. I guess depending on what flavor and flare we want to go with. I really like these large crystals. I think the light will definitely shine in those. I actually like the white crystals because I feel again like the light will reflect off of these better than the black ones. You see it's kind of blank and open, and again this can go in there like this, and then you can put the stones, lay the stones on top of those. I think you don't have to use this, and you can still lay the stones in there by themselves, but I actually do like the backdrop. Hopefully you all can see that, but that's how the little backdrop will look placed in there. And if you didn't see before, I took out those little screws off the top of the glass so that I could lay the glass down, and probably while I do the install I will lay that glass right here somewhere else just so that it's safe. The way that I'm going to construct this, all the vents will not be covered, they'll be open because the 2x4 assembly is going to be open and only closed in by shiplap. They do have a place down here that you can actually nail a bracket to the wall and just attach it directly to the wall, but we're going to use 2x4s to actually sit this on top of there. And I believe it does have screws at the bottom of here, so once the assembly is set up you can actually take this off and then screw the entire assembly to the plywood underneath, just so that it's secure and doesn't fall forward. Okay y'all, so we're getting there. We got the base pretty much done. We're just nailing it into the studs in the wall and then making sure that it is level, plumb, and flush. So that's the hardest part. This is, y'all, my first time building a frame, and these screws are not forgiving and the wood is not forgiving, so yeah, harder than I thought. I don't see how people do it on the floor. So maybe when we do the top frame, we're just gonna have to lay it on the floor in the garage, measure, lay it on the floor, and then nail each piece to the studs one at a time. Because some people do like the whole frame and then bring it where they need to bring it, but I don't think that's gonna work. I think we're gonna have to like nail each individual's 2x4 into a stud and assemble it while it's in here. But almost have the base in, and then we're gonna put the fireplace on top, make sure it works, cut a hole for the plug if need be, and then hopefully it works and we didn't do all this for nothing. So we cut some more pieces and we're going to do the top frame now. So in this case we have to do a 2x4 on both sides going all the way up to the ceiling. So Travis is going to nail that in and we're going to build off of that. Once these two back plates are on, connected to studs in the wall, we're going to do the connecting 2x4s on the ceiling, and then we're going to build the front frame in the garage and then transport it inside here once we get all the measurements. So Here we go. Okay, you guys, so we got the top plate on. It's leaning a little bit because of us only reinforcing the little connector brackets with 2 screws. But once we put the adjoining base plate on there, it will have something to sit up against, so it will be nice and at a 90-degree angle. So this is what it's looking like so far. Now that like the back 2x4s and the top 2x4s are in, I'm starting to see the vision. So we're getting there. Alright, so we're in La Garaje and we are about to measure the 2 side boards to brace the ceiling board up. And y'all, I got splinters everywhere. I just can't find them, but I feel them. Ouch. I'll let y'all see the framing once it's done, and then the next clips after that will be putting up the boards, painting them, and it'll just be a work in progress. We may have on different clothes by then, so bear with us, y'all. We're gonna get this done. What night is this? 2? 3? Night 3. We have the framing done. We added some crossbars here just to add some support so this wasn't wobbling. It ain't professional, but it's good enough considering this is our first time doing this. YouTube University and the Facebook group I'm in for Media Walls has been helping tremendously. So I'm learning from other DIYers, learning from professionals on how to get this done. So framing isn't done, babe, because we gotta frame the TV. We have to add 2 more bars here, but in my mind, I'm thinking we just need to get the TV so we can get the exact measurements, or at least go to the store and measure the TV so we know how big this opening needs to be, because I know for sure I'm gonna need a bar here and I'm gonna need a bar here so that we can do like the shiplap on the sides and then have it encasing. So we gotta figure all that out, but we do need to measure the TV that we're gonna get. But this is what she looks like so far. Fireplace works. Framing almost done, but we tie boss, so we gonna call it a night for now. All right, bye. All right, y'all, so we made some adjustments because some stuff was uneven, but we got our mounting kit from Amazon, so we are about to put that together. We made our holes based on the template that we have, so we're about to pre-drill and then drill the mount brace on the wall.
When I first kissed you, you struck me like lightning. You broke my chains and released me. And days turned into nights on the couch in your apartment. No, I am not the same. Everything has changed every day.
Alright, y'all, got the TV set up. We do have to lower the TV on the bracket because it's not fitting in this space, but we got the TV up. Is it becoming more real? More real. I can feel we almost done. Yes, almost done, y'all. So we're gonna be done for the night, but just to let y'all see, the TV is up, y'all. We just gotta lower it a little bit, but we'll do that tomorrow. But it's up. All right, so we got some 8 by, what is this, babe? 6? 8 by 8. 8 by 8, I think.
No.
Because the 8 by 6 is
5 feet. This is 6'3" inches.
The 8 by 6s were too skinny, so I wanted them to be wide. So we're gonna do some dry fitting here, and we will possibly have to cut them. But yeah, almost to the finish line, y'all.
Now I say your name without the pain behind it. I'm moved on now. I'm not trying to impress you anymore. Spending all this time trying to get you out my mind. Oh, it feels so good to take you off the pedestal. I don't know what I was thinking. Let it be more than drinking and going back to your place, never to see you again. That was simply delusion, followed up with confusion. That was just substitution for your lonely bed. So that's impressive, how much I'm messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh yeah, yeah, that's impressive, how much I'm messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh yeah, I'm going back to the table. I know they saving us for the stable friend of mine, 'cause they know all this time that I was out my mind, thinking you were the one, that it was love, feelings were strong. I should've known, I should know. I don't know what I was thinking.
Alright, so this is what she's looking like so far, you guys. We have about 50% of the siding done. We still have the sides to do, the top, the sides over here on the other side, and then the last thing we have to finagle with is the trim. So not sure we have enough trim to do what we want. Still have this piece at the bottom that is left over from what we took off the wall, so we'll have to get that matched so we can do at least the bottom trim. Still not sure what I'm doing with the top trim. We'll figure out something. It may end up being the same trim as we pulled from the wall right here. It's coming together, y'all. It's coming together. I'm gonna let y'all finish that. Okay, see y'all in a bit.
I don't know what I was thinking. Let it be more than drinking and going back to your place, never to see you again. That was simply delusion, followed up with confusion. That was just substitution for your lonely bed. So that's impressive, how much I'm missing. Feelings in my heart, in my heart. Yeah, that's impressive, how much I'm missing. Feelings in my heart. much you messing with me? How much you messing with me?
Okay, you guys, just a quick update. Many days and weeks later, we finally got the trim done. The pink stuff you see is like wood filler, where like the miters didn't go all the way. Some of the trim where we did the nails, so have filler in there, have to sand that down. Some places we already filled in holes and sanded it down. Y'all, don't judge me. I did put holes in the face of the shiplap because I just wasn't liking how some of them were sticking out. But trim is done. Just have to sand the places where I didn't sand already on the corners of the trim, and we have to caulk, and then the last thing is paint. Already put the lights behind the TV, so I'll show y'all that in just a bit. Not going to turn the fireplace on until the final review. But yeah, paint, and then well, caulk, and then paint, and then she'll be done. So these are the colors that I'm kind of stuck between. This Dynasty Marquee Wild Truffle, Studio Taupe, and Eiffel for You. It's kind of hard to see it on here. It is hints of brownish tint with a mixture of gray. This one actually goes with the light stripes in the dresser. This one closely matches like the floor. And then this one matches the light brown comforters in my room. With the moody tones I'm trying to go for, I'm thinking we're going to do Wild Truffle. Y'all, it's kind of hard to see the color, but if I hold it up like this, I guess you can see that it does go with the painting. It goes with the painting in above my bed as well, so it can kind of play off browns and grays, to be honest. But this is the one I think I'm going to go with, but y'all will see in the final review because I'm still stuck. This one meets in the middle, and like the camera does not do it justice because it's making it look gray and it's really like a brown. But if I do a reel, you all will see it with my phone. But this is really a brownish gray. We are almost done. I am so behind on this fireplace, but it is okay because we're almost done. So as we get through more phases, I'm getting more excited. I'll show y'all what it looks like with the jewels. Right now, we just have the wood in there, and I have to caulk everything. So once I caulk everything, paint everything, I'll show y'all the other stones and crystals and things like that after we get all the paint done. So that's it for now, y'all. Hey y'all, hey, so we're in the final home stretch, y'all. I got the trim up with some brad nailers and got the TV surround trim. The TV is up. We can take the TV down to paint, but I did get paint protector so we wouldn't have to do all that back and forth. But if you do see the TV down, it's because I want to paint on the insides of the TV encasing. So this is what she looks like so far. And again, we have all the trim. She is not perfect, but she was done by me. So I'm very proud of myself for how it's come out so far. And I got a couple of paint samples. So I'm not quite sure which color I want to do. I was in between these two, which is by Bear. One is Studio Taupe, which is this color. Very similar, but Studio Taupe is lighter. And then we have Wild Truffle, which is also a lighter color, but a little bit more moodier. But then when I was in the store, I saw Greyhound, which had more gray in it than brownish. So now I'm like, which one do I want to do? The grayish tone, which if I switch out colors in my bedroom, this will still work. Or do I want to go with more of the warm tones, the brownish color, dark brownish gray in the middle, or the lighter color. I feel like this lighter color is gonna blend into my carpet too much. So in between the chocolate gray and the true gray is what we're looking at. But I'm gonna put all of the samples on here just so we can kind of see where we're at. But again, this is by Bear. I got the matte color because I do want it to look matte and not shiny. And I just came in from doing yard work, y'all, so excuse the perspiration, is very hot. Most of the trim. One snafu that I'm running into is getting in these grooves and crevices. I used this little thing thinking it was going to get in the nooks and crannies because of the corner, but come to find out it's not. So gonna have to find another brush to get in those grooves so we don't see the white. So yeah, gonna find a brush to get all in the crevices, and that's gonna be like the tedious part. But yeah, this is what she looks like so far. Probably one more day, maybe two, of painting. This is just the first coat of the trim, so I still have to do the full coat and then one more coat. So maybe another 2 days of painting, because I'm a perfectionist, so I have to make sure every inch is covered. But yeah, you can see some of the white coming through, but that's because I did a very thin layer of trim paint because I realized I couldn't get in there like I wanted to. So, but this is what she is looking like so far. Can't wait to get her done. The TV is still on there. It is recessed, so if you all were worried about me getting paint on the TV, no need to fret. I kept the plastic on the TV, so the TV still has the plastic that was on there when we first bought it, so she is protected. Plastic is not going to come off until after we finish installing everything, after the paint dries, for the final reveal. I'm loving how she came out, considering this is my first one. I have not put the glass on the fireplace yet because we are going to put a mantle up. So I was going back and forth between doing a mantle, and I did order one. I didn't make my own because I just didn't want to go through all that wood and trial and error. I went through enough of that with this. So I found one online, and once it came in, y'all, I put it against the white boards, and knowing the color I was kind of going to go for, I just knew that mantle was perfect. It was the right length. It was perfect. So we're gonna put the mantle on now. It is a French cleat mantle, so I just have to screw a bar in here and then just snap the mantle right on top, screw it in from the top, and that's all she wrote. We'll cover some of the stones that comes with this fireplace and put the final glass on once we're done, and that's it. So y'all enjoy the rest of the install. also have black marbles, but I don't really see myself using the black ones. I actually may use these in my other fireplace downstairs. But if you're curious, this is what the black ones look like. And I'll just show one in here, just so you all can see. But when you put it under the light, it makes the stones look brown. So I don't think I'm gonna use those in this fireplace this go around. The crystals I can live with, but the black shade marbles not so much, because under certain light it makes the stones look like a brownish amber color. But these are probably gonna stay. I thought the wood was gonna stay, and just for reference, you can even put the black stones on here if you want to. I don't know if you can see that, just to give it some shine, but to be honest, I don't know if you can really see that. This was a keeper, y'all, but now that I have the stones in there, I think I'm gonna stick with the stones. I'll probably change my mind like 2 or 3 times. So that's it for now. This is the Touchstone Infinity 3-sided view fireplace, and I will leave a link in the description box below for this fireplace so that you all can order your own. I am so amazed by how this has been working. Even in the construction phases, we've been using this fireplace. It kicks out a great amount of heat. The colors are beautiful. I love that I can change the ambiance from high flame to low flame, make it bright or dim, change the colors based on my mood for the day, and I'm just so ecstatic. Touchstone, thank you so much for partnering with me on this amazing fireplace. This is a 60-inch fireplace, and I love how it just fits the overall scope of the room, and it is just a great addition to our primary bedroom. So if you all would like to order your own, please click the link in the description box so that you can order and enjoy a new ambiance and vibe in any space in your home. Thank you so much, Touchstone, and thank you all for watching. Bye.